Fortnite Chapter 5 Season 2 is here, and today we're going to be testing it out on an RX 6600 GPU paired with the Ryzen 5 3600 and 16GB of DDR4 3200MHz RAM. Let's head right into the settings first. Let me show you the settings, guys, and we're using 1080p resolution at DX12 right now, and I'm using Epic preset with hardware ray tracing enabled. Alright, let's get into the match for the solo match, and let's see how it performs. Alright guys, we are in the map, and at first look, we can see that three or four areas have been changed. Not many changes on the rest of the map, but I can see that the 3 or 4 areas have been changed on the map. Now I'm gonna try to go to one of the new areas, which is the underworld, and let's see what we find here. Okay, currently while dropping we're getting like 47 FPS average, which is not pretty good, and I'm gonna just start counting the frames as soon as I drop, because while dropping it doesn't represent the final performance of the game, which is gonna be when you're actually playing the game, not while dropping it in the map. Alright, so let's just drop immediately and let's see how it's gonna run. Alright, so we got a huge stutter while dropping, guys, and while we're dropping, the frame rate is pretty bad in my opinion. Like, it's at 30 FPS. So I don't know if this season is more intensive than the previous seasons or if it's just a placebo effect. But we're getting like very low performance. I just heard a chest here, I think. Yeah, so there's a chest. Let's try to find what we find. A weapon at least. Let's get some shield up. Alright, so we're getting into the 30s, but we're also getting some stutters, which are not very good, considering we're playing Fortnite and 30 FPS is not very good to play with. Okay, so alright, he's dead. Seems like there are some guys that have already got loot here. Yeah, there's a guy. There's a guy there. Okay, I'm gonna die to this guy. I don't want to do that. And why did I just... okay, seems like I have this Poseidon's weapon here. Okay, I died. Alright guys, there's no use playing at these settings because it's really unplayable, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the settings while we're loading up for a new match. And let's just turn down the volume a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to actually go ahead and change my anti-aliasing first. We're going to go with TSR and we're going to go with low, alright? So let's apply this. Okay, we're at TSR low and we're at 100% resolution scaling right now. So I'm going to change that. And we're gonna go to 6 quality, alright? So let's apply it and let's go back. So it seems like it's improved the FPS a little bit. Like we're from 30 FPS we got to 40s. Now let's load into the map again and let's see in the new match what performance do we get. Alright guys, we are in the map again. And looks like now we're getting into the 70s while in the battle bus at least. And while I'm dropping, we're still getting like in the 60s. So TSR low has made a huge difference in my opinion. And I'm gonna straight go to the same area where we were before in the underworld, and we're gonna try to see if we get the same performance or anything different. Alright, because while we're spectating the previous person which killed me in the previous match, we were getting like into the 40s. Alright, so that was not pretty good. Still I think we're dropping into the 30s. Okay, so it seems like while dropping the FPS was pretty higher than this, and we got 3 shotguns which I don't actually need. And let's try and run and get into this area. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies which I can see in this area. And what does its green stuff do? Okay, it gives us a kind of a boost effect, which is pretty nice. So I think I've got 2 shotguns. I'm gonna try to remove one of them from my inventory, and let's proceed further. Okay, seems like there is a guy here which I am hearing or seeing the visual effects for. Okay, there's a lot of guys here, actually. What the heck? Okay, what is this? Does this have any loot? No. There's a chest inside here. Okay. Seems like he's gonna kill us, and it's still the same performance, guys. We're still getting into the 30s, and that's not pretty good. So I'm going to actually turn down the settings. Let's go into the back into the menu, and let's see what we can change here. Alright guys, we're back into the menu, and what we're gonna do basically is first we're gonna go to off here. Apply this, and let's turn it to 100%, and let's go and turn off hardware ray tracing first. Alright, we are still at epic settings, but we're turned off hardware ray tracing. Alright, and we are at native resolution. Alright guys, we are in the map again, and while in the battle bus we're getting 40 FPS without hardware ray tracing at epic settings, and Lumen and nanite, everything is enabled. Alright, so we're not using any kind of TSR or TA. This is at native resolution. So let's go and try to drop here. Let's go to Grim Grade now, and let's see if we get some different performance. And while dropping, we're getting into the 40s, the same as before. So I don't know if disabling hardware ray tracing is doing anything different with the game. No, I think it's not. These new areas which we've made in the game, I think they're more intensive than the previous ones. So they're making the game more and more intensive. I don't know why my keyboard is stopping at the W key. I kept it pressed there. Okay, we're just searching this chest. And I got a Thunderbolt. We're getting into the 30s, guys. This is still very unplayable. So let's try and find some stuff here. Why are there so many pistols in the game now? Like, we're getting so many pistols. Okay, looks like the right click is gonna be the button for shooting these Poseidon Thunderbolts. Alright, so I'm gonna just rearrange my inventory. And I think I hear a guy here. Okay, this weapon is got a thermal scope on it. I'm getting a lot of lag right now, which I don't want actually to be the case. Okay, so guys, I think this is very unplayable, so I'm gonna actually try to turn down the settings while I'm up here. Alright, so let's go into the settings, and I'm gonna try to apply TSR again. Okay, let's try to apply TSR on low at quality. Okay, this is TSR low on quality. This essentially looks kind of a little bit the same as native resolution, but it's a little bit blurry. Not essentially the same, but still pretty good looking. Okay, so I don't know where this guy is. He's just hovering underneath me, and now he was crouching. I just want to kill him, but I'm not able to find him. Okay, it's like he's here somewhere. Okay, now he knows I'm whited, and I don't have anything to do here. I'm just gonna try to medkit here. Okay, I just shot them and didn't get a kill. Okay, so while I'm up here, let's try to count the frames again. We're at 40s, right in the 40s right now, which is essentially the same as without hardware ray tracing. So hardware ray tracing, I don't think it's making much of a difference, except for changing the settings, changing the graphical fidelity of the game. So that guy's dead, and I have, I think, 1 use remaining for this Poseidon Thunderbolt. Okay, this seems pretty overpowered to me. Okay, are there more guys here? Let's try and find more people. I think there are. Yeah, there's one of them here. Okay, he killed me, and I did damage him a little bit, but I just died. Okay, so he went down, and yeah, let's go back to the lobby now, and I'm gonna change the settings further. So we got 46 FPS average, guys, at that point, with TSR on low at quality, 66% resolution scaling, and without hardware ray tracing, ultra or epic settings. Alright guys, so I'm gonna change the settings again, and let's try to turn off here. Let's try to go to high settings preset. Okay, high settings preset with 100% resolution scaling, and right now Lumen is enabled, virtualized shadows are enabled, and yeah, everything else is at high. This is a high settings preset with 100% resolution scaling. Okay, without any FSR or TSR or anything like that. Alright guys, we are into the match again, and right now in the battle boss we're getting like 70 FPS, which is pretty good. I think now it's gonna be close to 60. I think in the 50s while we're in the map. Alright, so let's go into the new spot, Grimgate again, and I'm gonna try to see if we get some performance differences or not. I'm gonna still try to drop at the highest spot. Let's see if I can make it there and grab that chest which gave me that Poseidon bolt in the previous match. That was pretty OP, and I think I can kill some guys with it. Okay, why is my keyboard stopping the W key, or if it's an issue with the game, I don't know. Okay, this time we got a shotgun that is a gold shotgun, and we got the wings. Okay, we've got a DMR here. Okay, this shotgun was different. Why didn't I hear that guy? I don't know. Yeah, guys, seems like we're getting in the performance in the 60s now, dropping into the 50s a lot also. So that is good, and with Lumen enabled and without any TSR, we're getting the performance. As soon as I load up into a new map, I'm gonna try to go with TSR on low at 66% resolution scaling, and we're gonna see if we can get consistent 60 FPS, more than 60 FPS, because many people still are at 60 Hz desktop resolution or 60 Hz monitors, so they can easily play the game at that resolution and that FPS. And Lumen playing at Lumen high is still a very good, looking, and it's also performing more than 60 FPS, so it's still very good performance in my opinion. Alright guys, so I'm gonna change the settings now. I'm in the pre-game lobby right now. Let's go to TSR low and 66% resolution scaling, as you can see, at quality. So yeah, we got from 70s into the 90s in the battle bus, and I'm gonna still try to drop at the same spot. That spot seems pretty amazingly OP because it gives a chest. Yeah, it gives a gold chest, which is pretty good. So let's go there back, and still the FPS in the 90s, which is pretty nice. Let's see if we can keep at above 60 FPS most of the times now, because previously it was dropping lower than 60 sometimes. So let's go here. Still, the game kind of looks good. I wouldn't say it's amazing looking, but TSR at low, TSR low at 66% resolution scaling or quality is pretty good looking, and it's pretty good performance in my opinion. I'm dropping into the same chest. Okay, I've got I've got an SMG, a purple SMG now, which is nice. Let's go into here, and there is no chest this time, so it seems like chest spawns are still random, and there's a percentage to the spawning rate. Okay, there's a chest this time here, so let's try and grab the stuff here. Okay, I've got shield now. Let's see if I can jump from here onto a guy. So we're getting into the 70s. I forgot to actually measure the performance or start counting the frames. And the 70s, higher 70s most of the times. There's a guy there. Try and shoot him. There's a guy coming here also. Is that a bot? Let's shoot him, the purple one. No, seems like it's not a bot. So if anybody has wings, he's gonna be trying to get up here. I cannot see him. I just saw his footsteps there. So it seems like there are a lot of people here. I'm gonna try to how do you actually fly up? Okay, you fly up with click, and yeah, so this is a pretty good benchmark spot. Okay, it's a pretty good way to benchmark actually. And we have some usage. Okay, I'm just everything just broke. Oh my god, that was a jump scare, guys. I just got sniped on the face. That was a pretty good shot. So we're getting into the 73 FPS average, which is pretty good. Let's go back into the lobby, and I'm going to change the settings down further. Let's go to medium settings now. Alright guys, so I've just applied medium settings preset, and what it does is actually disables all the nanite and virtualized geometry here. And as you can see, this is medium settings preset without any TSR or anything like that. Alright, we're at 100% resolution scaling. Let's go into the map again, and let's see how it performs. Alright guys, we are in the pre-game lobby, and as you can see the FPS there, it was in the 130s. So just disabling nanite and virtualized geometry, which always was intensive in this game, and we're in the double FPS. So previously we were getting like 170s while we were dropping at a native resolution. So now we're in the 130s. So we're gonna go to the same spot, to the same chest, and let's see what we find this time. And let's see what we find in the performance this time. Alright, so let me just try to properly drop here. My keyboard is still acting up. I think it's my keyboard's batteries or something. Yeah, so getting 120, sometimes 130, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice performance. I think that guy is also going for that chest. So this is gonna be bad if I try to drop here. So let's try to go to another spot now. I'm gonna try to drop here this time. Okay, no, not here, but here. Okay, this is another chest here. Let's just do this big shield, and yeah, we're getting 150, sometimes 140s, which is pretty nice. I've got only an AR, which is not very good. But there was a shotgun, and this is another chest, which is gonna give me the wings. Okay, that's nice, pretty nice. Okay, we've got 2 shotguns now, so let's just drop one of them, and yeah. Let's try and fly up there now onto that guy. There's another one there. So I'm gonna try to drop on one of them. Let's try and fly again if I'm able to do that. Looks like I just killed that guy and I was able to make it away from there. Okay, let's try and go away from this area, guys, because there's a lot of people there, and look, if you can look at my health there, it's not very good. Okay, so let's try and drop now on this spot, and let me just heal up. Alright guys, so we are getting 137 FPS average, which is pretty good and pretty nice. So what I'm going to try to do is, let's try to change the settings now. I'm going to try to use TSR in a little bit. Let's try to heal up a little bit, because somebody's gonna come and kill me. Okay, while I'm healing up here, I'm going to try to change the settings, and let's go to TSR low again. Okay, at quality preset. Alright guys, TSR low has been applied, and there's a guy already on me. Looks like it was a bot, and he's dead. And we're still getting in the 130s. Okay, let's try to count the frames again. Let's use this to increase our shields, and I'm gonna go back to this same spot by flying with this with these wings, and let's try and see if we can kill those guys. So it looks like there's a lot of mobility on the map now with these new mythics and stuff, and you can use them easily to cover big distances. What was that? Is there a guy there? I think there is. Let's try and... So was he a bot? Oh, I missed. I actually missed. Where is he? Where is he now? Where has he gone? Where are you, bro? So at medium settings, as you guys can see, the game still looks pretty good. And there you are. So he's dead. This shotgun seems pretty nice. Okay, there's a guy there. Let's try and jump on him. What the heck was that? This is a bot. This shotgun is pretty good, I must say. Let's try to shield up more, a little bit more. There's a chest up there, so let's try to grab it. And we got a DMR also. Let's try to drop this DMR, or let's take it. I've got 2 ARs, I think. Alright, let's grab these chug splashes and let's go. Okay, who's shooting at me? Let's see the range of this shotgun. And looks like we have got new attachments now. And this was a thermal attachment, I think, which is pretty nice to have in a game like this. Okay, why can't I grab this? Why was I not able to grab it first? I don't know what's going on here. Okay, let's go to the next spot, next guy, and we're getting 140 FPS average, which is pretty nice. What I'm going to try to do is basically, I'm going to change the settings now. We've got a weird momentum when we drop. Okay, so let's try to go to low settings preset now. Okay guys, I'm at low settings preset, and we're going to go with 100% resolution scaling. So this is low settings preset, native resolution, 100% resolution scaling, which looks good. Not very. These are 2 bots fighting. And do we still have snipers? Yeah, I just died to a sniper in the previous game, I think. So DMRs have lesser bullet travel, I think. I think DMRs have lesser bullet travel, so that's why I was able to kill him by just tapping on his face. This is stealthy spotter. Okay. Let's try and move into a different spot. Let's try to count the frames again. We're getting into the 180s, 190s now, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice performance on this in this new area, which was pretty intensive, as you guys saw while I was on the epic settings. Yeah. So the train is still on the map, which is pretty nice. I'm at max materials now, getting the 200s, 193 FPS average, pretty nice. And there's no point in using TSR now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to use TAA. Alright, let's just enable TAA, which is going to clean the image a little bit for us. Let's go with TAA. Okay, let's apply it. And yeah, so this cleans up the image a lot. Let's start counting the frames again, if there is any difference, which we can observe. Okay, seems like there is no difference, and we're getting 173. Sometimes we got a stutter in a little bit. We got a stutter just now, and it dropped our 1% at 0.1% loss a lot, so it's getting up back, and we're not getting that much stuttering now. The frame rate and the VRAM usage are pretty good. So guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the competitive settings here, which I think are pretty nice looking. And I'm going to use textures to epic, and the rest of the settings are going to be lowest. A view distance, you're going to keep it to near, because you don't want grass to be showing up on your screen. And when the grass is not on the screen, it's really easy to spot the enemies. All right, and the textures are to the maximum, so it cleans up the image a lot. Okay, so with the textures to epic, you're not going to observe much difference in the performance, but the image is going to look pretty clean. Okay, so the storm is coming. Let's try and use our wings. Okay, are we able to boost? Yeah, we are actually. So does it consume more? Yeah, it does consume actually our ammo for these wings. We're back at the same spot. Let's see if we can find more enemies. Alright, seems like there is nobody here. And what happened to this Pandora's box? Nothing noticed. It just fell down into the water and turned it green, I think. Okay, we're getting 164 FPS average, which is pretty nice. So I've got a 144 Hz monitor, and it just looks amazing. Land to reload. Okay, so seems like when you're it consumes a little bit of your ammo while you're flying, and afterwards it has to reload. Getting to 200s now. I'm not able to find anyone now here. Okay, there's a guy there. I think he's a bot. Let's see if yeah, DMRs. This DMR feels nice. It's got lesser bullet travel than snipers, I think. So it's easier to hit shots with, and it's like 80 damage to the body, which is pretty nice. So like in 3 shots, or like sometimes 3 shots, or if you land a headshot in 2 shots, you're gonna be able to kill an enemy. Alright guys, I think that does it for today's video, where we got 178 FPS average with competitive settings, which is pretty nice. And I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you all in the next one.